Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum friends. Welcome to Scholars Hive. Friends, today we are going to learn about images and impressions. First poem is Autumn, written by T.E. Hulme. Number 2 is Fog, written by Carl Sandburg. That is already presented. Please see my channel Scholars Hive. You will find a very beautiful and very short video on fog. Number 3, Metro, Paris, written by Ezra Pound. Prince Hulme T.E. Hulme was an English poet born 1883, died near 28 September 1917. Thomas Ernest Lew was sent on from St. John's College, Cambridge for fighting and spent some time abroad before returning to Cambridge in 1912. Unsuited to the academic routine, he left university and settled in London, where his anti-romantic philosophical ideas impressed Ezra Pound. His imagist approach is evident in Autumn, which begins a touch of cold in the autumn night. I walked abroad and saw the ruddy moon lean over a hedge like a red-faced farmer. He was killed while serving with the British Army during the First World War. A touch of cold in the autumn night. I walked abroad and saw the ruddy moon lean over a hedge like a red-faced farmer. I did not stop to speak, but nodded, and round about were the wistful stars, with white faces like down children. इस नज़म खिज़ां में शायर कहता है कि खिज़ां की एक सर्द रात थी। मैं बाहर निकला। सुर्खी माइल चांद झाड़ियों की बाड़ पर इस तरह झुका हुआ था जैसे कोई सुर्ख चेहरा किसान। मैं चांद से गुफ्तगू करने के लिए ना ठहरा, सिर्फ सर हिला दिया। आसमान पर हर तरफ हसरत ज़दा सितारे बिखरे पड़े थे, गोया शहर के सफ़ेद चेहरों वाले बच्चे हों। रात, सर्दी, सुर्ख चांद, किसान, सितारे, शहर के सफ़ेद चेहरों वाले बच्चे वो इशारे हैं जिनसे मजमूई तासुर खिज़ां का उभरता है। Pound Ezra, American poet, 1885, died Venus 1 November 1972. After studying Romance languages at Hamilton College, Clinton, he taught for a time before arriving in London in 1908. His impact on England was enormous, and he was largely responsible for creating the cultural climate for the modernism of James Joyce and T.S. Eliot, whose The Waste Land is dedicated to Pound, who helped to shape it. His own poetry is elusive, often multilingual in manner. In his 81st canto, he declared, "Error is all in the not done, all in the diffidence that flattered." The apparition of these faces in the crowd, petals on a wet black bow. मेट्रो यानी इस पोएम पेरिस का ज़ेरे ज़मीन रेलवे स्टेशन में शायर कहता है, हर तरफ हजूम है, लोगों के चेहरे भूतों के चेहरे नजर आते हैं, गोया किसी दरख्त की गीली काली शाख पर पत्ते चिमटे हों। हजूम, चेहरे, भूत, गीली काली शाख, पत्ते, स्टेशन और वहां पर मौजूद लोगों की एक मजमूई तस्वीर पेश करते हैं। In autumn, T.E. Hulme presents a graphic glimpse of an autumn night, mark the keen observation, which brings out evocative images of a red-faced farmer and white faces of town children, very witty and pleasant. You suddenly realize why the faces of the two contrasting parties are red and white. White mean pale. The explanation lies in the unpolluted rural and the polluted urban environment. The metro, Paris, appears to be a masterpiece of still life, not the economy of words exercised by the poet to paint a vivid picture of city life visualized through his imagination. and reinforced by the last two alliterative words, leaving a lasting impression behind. The crowd referred in this two-liner is at the Paris Underground Railway Station, Metro. In these three poems, Autumn, Fog, and Metro Paris, the poets have presented some images and impressions of things and scenes. They have been put under one general heading as they belong to the same category. Imagism was a poetic movement that flourished in England and America between the years 1917 to 1921. It was a revolt against sentimental poetry, conventional poetic material, and versification. The Imagist poetry is free to choose any subject and to create its own rhythm. Red face of the farmer and pale faces of town children refer to the unpolluted rural and polluted urban environment. Fog has been personified and compared to a cat. The railway station has been presented as a black bow, and faces on the station have been called petals. The economy of words in these poems is very remarkable. Ezra Pound has written that this single sentence poem took him 18 months to compose. All the three poems have been written in free verse. Friends, in short, the three poems under discussion possess all the qualities of the imagist poetry. फ्रेंड्स इन शॉर्ट ये तीनों नज़में ही अपने अंदर एक क्वालिटी रखती हैं दैट इज़ द क्वालिटी ऑफ इमेजिस्ट पोएट्री. The poets have presented their response to a visual object of sense without any comment or generalization.